we ready to go.
Yeah.
In Soviet Russia, ridiculous knives don't need you. I don't know.
In Russia, knife stabs you.
Tato, you're a dog.
What's up, Tato?
So here we are, guys, and we are doing a new thing we call ridiculous knives nobody needs. Ridiculous knives nobody needs. These are knives for one reason or another that we have classified as ridiculous. And as we go through them, we will explain why they are ridiculous.
So what do you want to start with?
I don't know. Let's
start with the red class.
You want to start here?
Yeah, I want to start there.
Okay. Can you grab me a regular-sized, a human-sized Griptilian, please?
How about this human-sized
That's
Griptilian
a special one.
in jade?
Oh, nice. So listen. So we're going to start with something that most people are probably not familiar with, and it's the Benchmade 10200. And it's red. So let's start with a question. When was the last time you saw a Benchmade made in Taiwan?
Yeah,
and
almost never.
Yeah, almost never, because the red class of Benchmade has been discontinued for some time. But this, the 10200, and it has a name I can't remember, but I'll put it in text.
The ridiculous.
The ridiculous. This is for people who thought that the Griptilian. Oh, you know what? You have a 9051 by any chance? Not 90. 551. So if you've ever held on to a Griptilian and said, "This is just not a big enough Griptilian," that's what the 10200 was for, basically. I don't know why you would need your Griptilian, and it is a Mel Pardue design. It is. I mean, it is.
It's a very similar blade shape. It is,
and it's an Aus 8 blade. It is basically,
which is an odd steel for Benchmade.
And you know what? It actually, if you've ever seen have you ever seen the Ontario Utilitac by Joe Pardue?
Yeah.
It actually looks very similar to that.
Yeah.
But it is just a bigger, ridiculous, heavier, because it's aluminum handle, and it's got this really weird lock.
Yeah, not your typical access lock.
No, it's like before. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's this big old bulky Benchmade thing.
Crazy thing.
I've never seen anybody actually carry this knife. Never. And I don't know if it's a combination.
That's a lot of pocket real estate.
That is a lot. That is taking up a lot of room in your pocket. Now, I have seen people carry knives that are similar in like a Medford that's big, but a Medford, you're getting a big, strong ass, tougher piece of steel.
Right.
And this is just this is also very thin for a blade of this length. This is.
What did you just throw that on the ground?
I don't know, but I got it because it came right to my foot.
Well, there you go. But as an example, for size comparison, here's a PM2. Here's a Paramilitary 2. It's significantly larger. Here, let's move these other ones out of the way for a second. I mean, look how much larger that is than my PM2. 8010.
Wow, it's even bigger than the 8010.
When you make the 8010 look small, you know you're doing something.
It's bigger than the 8010 with longer with a thinner blade. That's
saying something.
I mean, it's just like one of those random, weird, ridiculous Benchmades. And there's a reason they discontinued the red class. It's because most of the red class knives were
they like that? Were they mostly like big, ridiculous knives?
Not necessarily big, ridiculous knives, but cheaper knives that just
didn't
cheaper knives. They were cheaper knives. And I like I said, I have never met another collector that even owns this knife. And I was able to get this in 2012. It was on clearance from I forgot what online store for I'm not kidding.
Found some new old stock or
for
something.
50% off. Yeah, it was brand new in the package, but it was 50% off, which is the only reason I got it. And this is ridiculous. Nobody needs this knife. Nobody wants this knife. This is the Griptilian. It's agreed by many, I won't say most, but many, that this is one of the perfect ADC knives. I mean,
100%.
This is a great, and this is just, it's steroid-addicted, ugly
Cousin.
captain of the wrestling team. I was going to say Big Sister.
Big Sister, captain of the wrestling team, Big Sister.
Yeah.
Redneck sister.
This is... What was her name? What was her name in Pretty in Pink? This is the dog.
Oh!
This is...
Oh, man. Now you're going to make me think...
But you know who I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we put him pivot to pivot, it's bigger in both directions.
Yeah.
For an inferior steel.
Yeah.
And a heavier handle. I mean, it's just... This is my vote as number one. Ridiculous knife.
Yeah.
Nobody.
It's just an interesting blade that you just don't... You don't see it much, and that lock doesn't seem to be in a ergonomic spot.
It's really if it was up, it's like half an axis lock.
It's like half an axis lock, but in the wrong spot. So you have to like break your grip
right to
undo it. Now, granted, you're also getting your fingers out of the way, but
yeah, it's
it's interesting.
It really is a curious
I
thing.
wonder if they ever did it in a different size.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the only one.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Crazy.
number one. Right.
Well, my number one pick is out of my collection. I was doing some trades and stuff, and well, first of all, it comes with its own belt sheath here. Hold on one second. We're connecting Velcros. That again. Let's put it up against. Here's my PM2. Actually, probably camo on camo is not a good idea. Here we'll do. I mean, it's just massive. I mean, this thing is massive. And so when I opened it up and I saw this and the just sheer ridiculousness of it, I mean, I have big mitts, and this thing is just, to me, CRKT, it's their I can't remember what the heck this model is, but it's a it's going easy, going heavy. It's called, it's the going heavy. It's their Harsey design knife, and it has that special CRKT serrations on it and all. Buddy of mine actually carries the normal sized version of this as a daily carry, and so when I saw he did, I brought it in to show him one day, and we had a good laugh because, I mean, his knife open was probably this big. You know, this is to me, this is like, remember when you go into like a cutlery shop and they had the big Swiss Army knife moving,
Yeah.
Hey, we sell Swiss Army knives. To me, this is the display knife. This is we sell, Ruger CRKTs. Like, right. Not like, here, buy this one. Like, it's insane. Look at the size of that thing.
This is like a little pocket machete. I'd love to see where somebody is doing something and all, like just cutting open a package of food and all. Like, right. Anybody have a knife or a pair of scissors? And you're like, oh, here, use mine. And like,
I gotta get this label off. Can somebody help me?
Or like even just opening a box.
Yeah.
Like, wait, we have a box. Like, just to pretend, like, let me just open this little tiny box right here.
I mean,
you look like Conan about open box.
It's like half a sword, it's like, hand and a half full of...
I could have Aiden or Ethan probably.
Oh, easily.
Two-hand
Double hand that. Yeah. It's like a claymore to them.
This is.
I mean, look at the stock on that. Again, I think that's probably where'd the 8010 go? Here, look. Here's the 8010.
Yeah,
that is it is ridiculous. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I love the Cold Steel 8010. This thing makes it look like a little baby griptilian, like a mini grip.
I feel like just one of these aluminum handle, like you take it off, is the weight of a griptilian. I wouldn't doubt it. It is just one of them, and that's. I mean, forget about the this backspacer, this other side, the blade. I mean, just one of the scales.
You get the feeling if I took it apart, the pivot would just go ka-thunk.
Yeah, I mean, this is like...
Wow.
You could...
But I here's the thing. I own it because I love the sheer ridiculousness of it.
That's... Yeah.
I mean, it is. It's ridiculous on the face. Well, at least they took the time to lighten up the inner liners.
Yeah, you know.
By skeletonizing it at least a little bit. I mean, but it is... You know, you'd never carry it. I mean, the thing would pull your pants down. But...
I mean, and... I was gonna say, oh, there's no clip, but yeah, like,
well,
what pocket could you fit it in?
That's why. Well, you can scout carry. It does let you scout carry it, or you can regular, belt loop carry.
Yeah.
It. But I mean, again, you better have some suspenders on you, because that thing, it's. I mean, I don't. It's got to be close to half a pound.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But
that's the point. That's why.
But that's the point. It's just like I said. Whenever I pull that out, I smile. I'm not gonna lie. I smile because it's just the sheer ridiculousness of it.
That is.
I love it.
All right.
We'll go with that one.
My number 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous, and a lot of people. I'm not going to debate the brand. I bought this before people knew they were really crappy. I mean, this is old. This is a Quartermaster, and yeah, there's a lot of shite and sketchiness with the brand and stuff. But this is the Quartermaster Hannibal. And I've had this in the collection for a long time. And
I just love the 3 thumb studs.
3 thumb studs and a flipper you can barely, like, it's too heavy to... Like,
is it really?
It falls back down.
Oh, even if you give it the beans, that's it.
Wait, did it lock?
No.
Lock!
Oh, it kind of did. Just soft lock.
But it's funny, because if you're not careful,
it'll guillotine your fingers, boy.
The Quartermaster Hannibal. This thing is...
monstrous.
I don't know what they were thinking of. But, so this is one of the first production runs, too, so it's numbered. Which is kind of cool. But the way people hate Quartermaster these days.
Why? What's the... Is it...
They've done a lot of... I'll have to show you some stuff, really shitty business stuff.
Oh, that's a shame.
Really shitty business stuff.
Not, I mean, again, everything I've ever seen from Quartermaster was, again, like this. Like, I mean... This looks like it belongs on the set of Aliens.
Yeah, this is like a Klingon ceremonial, fight to the death. I mean...
This is the special Klingon battle knife for self-murder suicide pact.
Right,
stuff.
This is just absolutely stupid. But when I saw it, I said, it's so absolutely stupid, I have to own it. And
that's drop shutty.
It has to be, because the blade weighs more than like these put together.
What kind of thump does that one make? No.
On the table.
Yeah, on the table.
Well, let me choose which one of my 3 thumb studs. I'm gonna open it with the middle thumb stud.
Oh, you want options?
Yeah,
that's a little bit more authoritative, I will say.
The heaviness factor, and it's nicely balanced though, because you've got these steel liners are thick, and they go all the way down through the entire handle, obviously. Come out with, I don't know if it's supposed to be a glass breaker, temple smasher, or it just helps balance the weight of that.
It's a hammer. It's a hammer.
It could be.
Pry bar.
The funny part is, it's actually just a little bit bigger, just a tiny bit, just a hair bigger, but it has a clip. And
what pocket are you putting that in?
I tried to carry it in a pair of jeans once.
No,
it was sticking.
I was gonna say, I love how they bothered to do a deep carry pocket clip.
Yeah,
and I'll bet you your jeans pocket was about here.
It was ridiculous.
It was barely under the clip.
To put this in any pocket is just dumb.
I got cargo shorts it won't fit in.
And
you kidding me?
Yeah, I carried it in uniform to work at Tyndall, not out in the field, just because I
just to flex.
Just because I had to. I bought it. I had to carry it somewhere, and even I was like, there is no reason for me to have this knife to do anything with.
No, I mean, and anybody who's ever carried a PM2, I mean, you've definitely pulled it out, and people are like, oh God, look at the size of that thing. You're like, non-knife people freak out. They see a knife, like, oh boy, it's so big, we need something that big for. But I mean, look at the sheer volume of that
This would be like
Quartermaster.
I wish I could have just sat at my desk in like the squadron, command area,
Right.
peeling an apple,
Just be like,
peeling an apple
what's
and
up?
eating it with this thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is
I forgot we were on camera.
yeah.
Sorry.
I keep forgetting too. Utterly ridiculous
That is
knife.
hysterical.
I just don't even know what they were thinking. And I think they realized how stupid this was and started making more conventional shapes and more realistically sized pieces after this. But
I love everything about it because of what it is.
yeah, but
It's again, it's something you just put in the collection. You go, yeah, you want to see something crazy? Here, come here, look at this.
This is ridiculous, and nobody needs this knife. This is just.
So my number 2 pick is from Cold Steel, and it is my Cold Steel Spartan. First of all, love the kukri blade on this thing. It's in CTS BD1. Believe it or not, this thing fits my hand like a glove. I mean, it really does. Regular or reverse grip. I mean, this thing is just like it. I am locked in. The pocket clip almost seems like an afterthought. Like
we might as well throw a clip on this thing somewhere.
I guess guys are going to carry this, or gals or llamas. Like we better throw. It is, by the way, a finger guillotine because I can, but you got to make sure you got your finger right there, or you are going to lose digits, no doubt. I love that it has like the little catch here for the. You can, and I have pocket deployed this. I have carried this, believe it or not. I have carried this, but again, it was sort of like how when you carried the Quartermaster, it was like, I want to carry this just to say that I did, and try to, and it was monstrous in my pocket. I mean, it killed pocket space. I mean, you got to think. First of all, that thing sitting all the way down your pocket like this, look at, look at how much pocket space it's killing. That's like a whole nother knife. It's killing some space, boy. But again, I love my Cold Steels. Not poo-pooing but I mean, just the sheer. I mean, pivot to pivot. Look at.
That's what?
It's monstrous.
This is the kind of thing that they put in a movie so that this is the crazy guy that's gonna save the day in the end.
This is like the bad guy from like an '80s Stallone movie.
Right.
Carries this knife.
It's either that or
and picks his teeth with it.
Either that or he's the Native American guy in the team who's going to
like
he's
the dude
Billy.
from Predator.
Yeah.
Billy from Predator.
Because Billy's character always has a huge ridiculous knife that in the end he goes hand to hand knife to alien with.
Right. Yeah.
But that's how you know him because he's got the and at some point he's wiping it off on his shoulder.
Like I said, or picking his teeth with.
Yeah.
Get ready. But something absolutely just bonkers.
But you have to like, just can't show me you're the badass of your team without saying you're the badass of your team. That's no.
I mean, I mean, look again, 80-10, which you and I both have carried.
Yes.
Multiple times, and we'll continue to, and
that we agree is a pocket chunk.
It is not an everyday carry knife. It just isn't. I'm sorry. I love Andrew Demko. I mean, again, in my pocket today is the 2025. I freaking love this knife. And the Shark Lock, baby.
I gotta get a 20.5.
Holy fidget factor. I want to get an 80-20 because it's the big, the big papa of this thing.
But I'm going to afford a 20.5 long before I.
100%. But look. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Here we go. Here's 3, Demko designs. Which one's going to end up in my pocket every single time? This bad boy. And it's not blade shape. It's not. But I mean, I love this. I'll carry this. It's super useful. But I've carried this Spartan, and I got to tell you, it is just voluminous. voluminous. Voluminous.
Like lashes. I see those commercials all the time. Apparently, voluminous has something to do with lashes. If you carry that knife, you get better lashes.
Although I gotta say, it's while you can close this one, I'm gonna stop it right there because the blade on this one, there is no room for error when your finger's in there. But with this one, you at least have that part of the blade that's not sharpened that you can stop your finger with before you do that.
Yeah, that's a plus.
That is a plus. That is a plus. But I mean, I there's just something about I do appreciate a good ridiculously sized blade. But it has to fit the mark. Like that dead fish that was in the last battle box. That cleaver was enormous and unnecessary. But I don't know that I would keep that one around because it's not. It is what it is. But these somehow, every time I pull them out, bring a smile to my face.
Yeah, I got to agree. I mean, I like the thought of not that I haven't, and this is All right, I'm going to start that whole sentence again in English. This is the first time I've pulled this out of the collection drawer I can't even remember. But when I hold it, I just, the idea of somebody, the look I would get from somebody just taking this out of my pocket and doing any normal task makes me...
Can you imagine, pulling that out, in an office space to open a package?
I mean, it makes me giggle, because I know what muggles would think of it.
Women just, having the vapors and fainting in the aisles between the cubicles, just...
But it is a ridiculous knife that nobody needs. No. I mean, it is just no rational purpose. Besides, I mean, we're discounting, to having a collection piece or whatever. But and of course, I do want to say that we are, in a very kidding way, nobody needs. Neither of us would ever begin to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't or can or can't have.
That's the beauty of this hobby, whatever you want to call it. Is if you don't like it, you don't gotta buy it, and if you do like it, there's probably one out there.
Yeah. I mean, if your knife collection isn't a personal reflection of what you like, you're doing it wrong. I mean, that's it. But we thought that the topic of just calling ridiculous things that nobody needs is funny. And so, comment question: would you guys like to see an ongoing series of ridiculous knives that nobody needs? All right. So anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. I am excited to see how this is received and liked.
Me too.
Or hated. And whatever.
Bring it on.
Yeah. But as always, you can end this one. I'm tired.
You guys are all absolutely awesome. We appreciate every single one of you, and we'll see you all again real soon.
That was good. That was very good.
Thank you.
Diavid. Is that how you said I'm saying it?
Diavid.